Hi, I'm Dorinda from PrimordialDor Tarot, and I'm here to do a Gemini reading today for May the 22nd to May the 25th, 2025. I'm using the Thoth Tarot deck, and I'm going to do a Celtic cross. And I'm doing it for the collective of Gemini, so it may resonate, it may not, so take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Okay. At this time, I'd appreciate it if you could hit the like and subscribe button. It costs you nothing to subscribe, and it helps me build the channel, and I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, for Gemini. Okay. Dawn. I remember. Calling upon the universe. Can I have some messages, please, for Gemini, Messages for Gemini. For Gemini, please. For Gemini. Okay, couple flipped. There we go. All right. Okay, Gemini, bottom of the deck, Ace of Cups. All right. Well, this is, joy, excitement, ecstasy. This is a cup of love coming into your life. Going to be presented. Someone's thinking about you, Gemini. All right. And they're thinking about bringing you some beautiful love. And that's an ace. That's a new beginning. A whole new beginning in love, Gemini. Wow. All right, present situation, we have Mars and Leo, Seven of Wands, Valor. All right, well, this is about doing things on your own. You're quite capable of doing everything on your own, Gemini. You can get through the battle by yourself. It's nice to have help, like I say, but you're capable of doing everything by yourself and winning. All right, that's count on yourself. All right, your challenge is Major Arcana, the Aeon card, number 20, getting near the end of the Major Arcana. All right, second last card's the universe. So this is the universe asking you to go through a portal. Like a timeline in your life's collapsing because it's the second last card. So something's coming to an end in your life. Some situation, a job, a living situation, a love situation. Maybe there's a new one coming in, but the universe is asking you to go through that portal, and you do not know what's on the other side. You have no idea, but it's called trusting in the process, and taking the leap of faith and doing something completely different. Okay, Gemini, that's your challenge, is to get brave and do that thing that you're afraid to do. That's the universe asking you. Okay, that's how it's going to go. But there's perhaps a couple love coming. All right, that's beautiful. Your below position is Sun in Capricorn, 4 disc power. All right, well, this is working from a place of stability. Okay, you've got a good routine, a solid routine, the way you run your life. And, it's good. You've got cultivated fields, the moat around you, everything's good, everything's stable. And, you got a bit of power. You got power in your life. You can call some shots in your own life. People aren't, calling them for you. But it's because you've got a solid routine and you know what you're doing and you keep to it and you just keep that stability going. And that's beautiful, okay? That's the way you get ahead. Past position, we have Major Arcana. We have the Hanged Man. And past could be yesterday, last week, or 5 years ago. This is about taking a time out, isolation, contemplation, meditation, getting a new perspective on things. All right, so meditation is so good for you. It gets you new ideas, fresh ideas that you wouldn't have thought of. Okay, and if the universe is asking you to walk through a portal, it's time to take the time out and really think about it. Okay, Gemini, it's time to really think about it. And you'll get some new insights and ideas, all right? And then you move forward. And then you move forward in life. That's such an excellent thing. Okay. In your future position, we have the Knight of Swords. We have the Knight of Swords. Okay, well, he's intelligent. He's about communication and articulation and speaking words and saying them at the right time. I'm just thinking. So I think maybe there's been a Knight of Swords in your life. He's your future position. Someone's coming in like the Knight of Swords. Okay? And, you know, he's got some good points about him. But sometimes he's a little chaotic. Sometimes he's riding that maddened horse with the maddened eye there. And the horse is crazy like that because he's taken on the energy of this guy. Horse isn't born like that. He's chaotic at times. So he's riding a maddened horse. He's got a sword. He's got a dagger. And he's chaotic and he's rushing in too fast. Like a bull in a china shop, I say. So, and usually he's trouble. He's chaos. So, maybe someone like this is going to come into your life, Gemini. Okay? And, you know, don't hook up with him. He's not the one. I don't think he's the one. I don't think he's the one. He's chaos. He's trouble. You're going to have to go through that. Okay? So just, you know, tread carefully when that guy shows up. All right? Don't do anything crazy. He'll want you to. Okay, in your near future, you have Jupiter and Capricorn, 2 of discs change. All right, that's what you need, a bit of change. You thought about it in the Hangman. You're going to walk through that portal, and you're going to be smart enough not to go off party with that guy. Change. What goes around comes around. This is the infinity symbol. Okay, the only thing constant in life is change. So, the universe wants you to walk through the portal. Okay? Asking you to do something you're afraid to do. So you're going to take the time out with the Hangman. Get a new perspective on things. All right, Gemini? Do the homework and be brave. Walk through that portal. You work from a place of stability. You have good habits and routines. All right? And you know what's right. And you know, watch out for that guy there. Okay? He'd get you in trouble. All right? So change. And it's a beautiful thing, change. And change your thoughts, change your belief systems, maybe. You know, change a lot of things. And you'll know what to do. But that's a beautiful card because, you know, the universe wants you to change something. Walk through that portal. All right? That's what the universe is asking you to do. Okay, so in your internal position, you have the Queen of Discs. All right, well, she's all about material resources and wealth and creating a system that grows, thrives, expands, and brings revenue in. And, you know, this queen has done it all. She's sitting up in the mountains in her beautiful place that she's created, looking back on that path. All right? And she has created it. And she is set. And she is so smart, okay? And she's done it. So that's the entrepreneurial energy, you know, to create a new business or something. And perhaps this is what this is about, going through that portal, starting something new that you've kind of been afraid to do, Gemini. But, you know, if you take on the energy, you're thinking like the Queen of Discs. And that's a good thing because it's going to be successful, all right? And it'll work out. And it's a change. It's something different, all right? Something different that you haven't never done because the universe wants you to do something you've never done. All right, so that's perfect. That's a great way to be thinking. And in your environment, you have Major Arcana. You got the Magus card, otherwise known as the Magician. All right, so there's all that. He's got all the tools in the toolbox. Okay, you got some of his energy going on. You're going to be completely successful. All right, because he's a broadcaster, a speaker of information people need to hear. And he conjures his own life the way he wants it. He's a conjurer. So you can take on some of his energy and be a conjurer as well. That's why the universe wants you to walk through that portal, okay? And take on some of this energy, and you got that Queen of Discs, and start something new. And you'll not fail with this kind of energy here. He's very smart, artistic, intelligent, beautiful, can get it done. And that's in your environment, all right? So there's some magic walking around out there for you, Gemini. Wow. Okay. In your hopes and fears, you have another major arcana. You got the High Priestess. All right, well, she's all about the inner knowing, the high intuition. Okay, she knows. She knows what people are going to do before they do it. And so if you're taking on her energy, you got high intuition. So trust your gut instinct at this time, Gemini. And she's also the mate. She's the mate to the Magus. That's a high vibration couple here. All right? He's the man. He's the magical man. He can do anything. And she's got the high intuition, that power too. And that's a couple right there. That's one of the high vibration couples that there is. All right? I think it's the top one. Right there. Wow, Gemini. It's all working in your mind. Your mind will be working beautifully. And that's why the universe wants you to walk through that portal and make a few tweaks, changes in your life to get to this kind of situation. That's fantastic. That's a mind blower. Okay, wow. That's beautiful. And you've got the couple, the beautiful high vibration couple, and you've got that couple love. That's your overall, that ace. There it is. There's the love. High vibration love. Wow. Oh, wow. Haven't got these cards together for so long. Wow, Gemini, something beautiful is going to happen. Okay, you got to walk through that portal, though. That's what the universe. Walk through that portal. Don't get tangled up with this guy. Don't get tangled up with this chaotic guy, because look what's waiting for you. I told you that. I didn't see that. He's trouble. And you got magnificent, intelligent, wonderful magician. Wow. All right. So I called that one right. Yeah. He's a distraction. He's a test. Don't go off with that guy. You wait here for this. This is beautiful. Oh my goodness. Wow. Goosebumps. Okay, Gemini, the final card and the outcome of this reading. Major Arcana. We got the Moon card. All right. Well, this is much like the Hanged Man. It's about taking a time out, isolation, contemplation, meditation, getting a new perspective. It's the little scarab beetle in the ground there holding the sun. And when that beetle feels like the time is right and he's taken enough time out, he's going to carry that sun all the way through the dark forest, all the way up to the end. And at this time, some things are being hidden from you. You don't see the whole picture right now. So you got double confirmation, Gemini. You need to take a time out. Meditate, even if you can't meditate, just try. Quiet your mind and sit, and thoughts will come, okay? And if you can really get into a good meditative state, it doesn't really happen when you're meditating the next day or the day after. That's what happens for me. All of a sudden you get an idea you would have never thought of, okay? And the universe wants you to meditate, take a time out, and then you walk through that portal, and this magnificent, beautiful relationship with the Magus and the High Priestess is waiting for you. But you got to do the work. You got to do the work. It's not work. It's just getting a new perspective. And then this beautifulness is waiting for you. Wow, Gemini, what a reading. It's a mind blower. All right. Wow, I'd like to conclude with one card, please, for Gemini. One card from the Animal Spirit deck. One card, please. All right, here we go. Wasp Spirit. Sometimes life stings. Okay, Gemini, yeah. You got to go through the hurts to get to the beautifulness, right? Sometimes it stings. This guy will sting you. You'll get scratched up from that sword. But, don't go there. But if you go there, you learn your lessons. Sometimes life stings, and then you'll learn and you'll get on to that beautiful, beautiful relationship that's sitting there waiting for you. Wow, Gemini, what a reading. That was fantastic. I hope you enjoyed it. I did, and I'll catch you next time.